Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. This is the artwork for the Amarang Zone. As you can see, it just looks like a gigantic tidal wave about to destroy a desert city, which almost seems like a strange, like oxymoron or unusual juxtaposition, but it's whatever. Got a Talos that they want to repair. No, I didn't come to examine the Talos, Urianger. I came here to jack off with both hands. Of course I came here to examine the Talos. You think that quest marker is going to get rid of itself? I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which ether might floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures, which would now impede said flow. Highly conductive ethereal material, huh? The debitage, eh? Yeah, sure thing. I can kill those. Got anything unique to say? What about you, Jerky? Daedalus stoneworks, huh? That really, Daedalus doesn't seem like something you would name a stonework place, but whatever. Is this Talos gonna fly? We're having lag. It looked kind of cute at first, but the lag can stop now. You don't need lag anymore, please, game. All my animations, they just went off at once. Maybe there's like a S-rank hunt and there's a lot of people teleporting in or something. Oh yeah, okay, there's like an S-rank hunt over there. You approach the proximity of my PS4 trying to load all those player models in. That's why I don't do hunts. On PS4, they're basically untenable. So many people play this game now that, like, it's even worse than it used to be when the hunts first came out. Because, like, even when the hunts first came out, there were a lot of people playing this game, and it was still more than, at the time, a PS3 could handle it. And then I got a PS4, and the PS4 still couldn't handle it. There's way too much to load. And, even if you turn off everyone else's animations, including your own, and like, just make the game as bland as possible, it still has trouble loading stuff, so that's really annoying. core refuses to stir. To be honest, I think this whole bit with the trolley problem, like, it goes on a bit over long in my opinion, but they're trying to feed you as much EXP as possible, so it's not that bad. Considering he said she, I assume he means Magnus's wife.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body.
Well, obviously, after 2 months, there's no way she was living in a mine shaft.
Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
Wife's grave? I'm betting it's his wife's grave. Yep, there he is, wife's grave.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Scully. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows. But somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Oh, there's the Menphilia line again.
And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Aw. Remember, Urianger lost the love of his life back in 2.5 or 2.4? You know, when Moonbrita did the whole self-sacrifice thing. I interrupted Urianger's bow. I'm a jerk. I think this is the quest that will lock you out if you're not level 77 yet. Yep. Memory serves me well, because I got locked out of this quest on my first time through. Because I wasn't doing roulettes, I was just plowing the story as fast as I could. Well, actually I was doing roulettes, it's just, you know, like, when expansions first come out, you know, and like you stay up all night playing, you do your roulettes, and then you don't get to have them for like another, you know, 24 hours, so. ended up being pretty fortunate when Shadowbringers came out. I had the night off. It came out on my off days, as I remember it, I think. Because I don't remember anything getting spoiled for me. I didn't finish it quite as fast as Stormblood, because I don't think I had quite enough time to play, but it was pretty quick. Guth John. Wasting our time, huh? Leonine, huh? Sun drops, huh? We've got dark sight. And of course it's not going to be in any of the first places we look. I'm pretty sure it's like in the far corner, you know. It has been a while since I did this quest, but I remember that much. Megalobat, huh? You'd think they could use like the heart of one of these, you know, naturally occurring rock golems or something. You know, or like several of them. But, whatever. Thancred's basically the Batman of our group. Alright, well tell us, you jerk. But now, instead of just telling us, we have to go all the way out to the opening of the mine. I don't know why he couldn't just tell us inside of the mine. it seems like Square's development team never really gets over their poor idea for quest design in this regard. Like, why, if they're just gonna tell us something, why have them walk like 2-minute walk away to just tell us something? It's gonna be one sentence of, you know, of words. Just like night vision goggles. Rockworms, huh? Sorry, I skipped that for a second. Thancred said, well, our only other option is tantamount to suicide, so, you know, this option will have to do. Got some other miners there. And back into the mine we go. And see, if he just told us, we would still even be closer to, you know, where we'd been. Like, it's just so annoying. I guess we have to place all 3 locations first. It's hard for me to remember exactly what goes on. I think we placed the smoke bombs, and then we wind up having to go back around to all 3 locations and spawn the knockers. Which they're actually going to be, he called them rockworms, but they're going to be doblins. Or coblins, you know, like from earlier in the game. Those weird looking things that do the AoE shatter. Clan hunts are pretty juicy on the EXP front. Also, something I didn't do on screen, but that you're free to do now that we've cleared El Meg, is in the Crystarium, there's a quest that lets you unlock Pixie Daily as Beastman Dailies. And those give about 1.5 million experience points per quest, and they're very, very easy. And they're in El Meg, so it's one of the easiest areas to have flying unlocked in early, and so you can get an easy, you know, almost 5 million experience points just by doing those every day. So if you're having problems leveling up, or like, you know, maybe you're leveling 6 jobs instead of 4, and you just really like a lot of jobs. Frankly unusual. Most people dedicate themselves to a main. What? No, put this smoke bomb down, please. Sometimes the key item system in this game drives me nuts. Oh, wow. We got a lot of these things we're gonna have to kill. This part really drags. And the dragging is not gonna stop anytime soon, by the way. We're what, like 25 minutes into the recording? Or 26 minutes into the recording? Something like that. We probably won't get all the way to Nebraska rank today, because there's an extraordinarily long instance battle that's rather infamous for being long coming up. But we should at least get past that, I think. My memory's not failing me again, as it so frequently does in that regard. Every time I hear the battle music now, I think of this official forums post some guy made where he called all the music that they have in Stormblood butt rock. Like, it meets the bare minimum qualifications to be classified as rock and roll, but it actually sounds like garbage. You know, it sounds like ass, butt rock. Made me think that people come up with all sorts of stuff to spout their opinions with. I bet this quest is extra annoying if you're a healer and you can't kill stuff quickly. Oh my god, it's like driving me crazy already. Fortunately, we're almost done here. I don't know why. I guess people see like threads on the official forum and they like think that they come up with the idea later when they're like cruising the forum and just like thinking of a topic, and they're too lazy to go looking for the thread they were just in because it went off the first page or whatever, and clicking the page 2 option is too hard. But a lot of people are making the same thread over and over again, asking like, how do these primitive civilizations stand up to the Garlean Empire? And it's like, tell them the same thing over and over again, and basically like superheroes versus a bunch of discount Iron Men. And they're just like, but they have guns. And it's like, yes, they do, but we're all essentially Superman. More on topic, I like the design of the Taloses better than the original Golem model. I'm glad that they decided to make something different looking, because they could have been lazy about it.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a minor.
Yep, that's definitely something that happened in 1.0, because she was definitely not a minor in 2.0. And there's no way Clyde would remember it, because he was created, what, like, in April? And 1.0 came out 10 years ago, so...
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been.
Oh great, Twilight Over Thanalan is playing, and that means like 3 different Brazilian companies are gonna claim that it's their music. It's not like I'm getting monetized for these videos anyway, but it annoys me to no end that third-party companies that are not Square Enix, you know, they can claim music that doesn't belong to them and monetize videos that, you know, aren't even really making views, because they do it with bots. Bots are a blight on the internet.
Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend. Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this!
Yes, we are. We're the heroes. Everything always turns out well for us. Let me guess, you found some
Tell me
Leonine?
it's Leonine.
It is at that! You lot were born lucky!
It's not luck, man. It's the scriptwriter.
It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
It's all Leonine?
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it.
How are we gonna prove that we didn't make those scrawlings, dude?
She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
All sorts of shit, I'm sure. Why do we keep looking at the wooden... Like... That's not the mine itself, that's just... outer... whatever, I guess we need something to look at that's not... the sky. forward there because it'll be slightly faster. We're now 36 minutes into the recording. We might not make it through that instance battle today, actually, which would be kind of annoying.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone.
Oh, come on. You charged powder charges for Thancred's Gunblade. You've got Trick Attack in dungeons.
Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell overlong on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice, and thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith. Have faith, and all will be well.
Not today.
So many lengthy cutscenes that don't do anything. Although Urianger J comforting her was kind of nice. Oh, we got a meanwhile scene.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers will agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well.
Well, I mean, you did summon Yashilla out of the live stream, and while she's not fleshy flesh right now, like, she's flesh enough, and you completely reconstituted her flesh, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know, summon a soul cross, make flesh out of thin air, snap of your fingers. This game needs to make up its mind about that sort of thing.
You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
So he's from the future. He's a time traveler.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
One is ancient, and one is from the future. Foils? Isn't that a writing thing? Well. I forgot about those lengthy cutscenes. Full steam ahead, eh? Well, we won't be full steaming the whole way, because Taluses don't run on Steam, but you know. extra set of cartridges for him, or... Adding a little extra ether to it every day. So it's like a super cartridge. Now I think this is actually where we're probably gonna stop. I just have to see exactly, like if this quest marker up here is an instance battle beginning, then we're gonna stop because we don't have enough time. There's literally not enough time to finish the instance battle, and I don't have the time today to launch immediately into a second recording mid-battle. So we'll see. But it's the infamous one, and well, if they didn't lay it on thick enough, it's going to be a role-play battle, and we're going to take control of Thancred. So we have that to look forward to. The instance battle itself takes about 10.5 minutes, if I remember right. Because it's, well, you'll see. I can't remember if the instance battle starts like right here or not. I'm pretty sure it does, but we shall see. No, not quite. Okay. Oh, no, I wanted to talk to... whatever. Okay, now it's an instance battle. The game really doesn't want me to talk to Thancred. Well, actually, no. I don't think that Warrior Light can draw very well. Yeah, I would do that, but we're pretty much out of time, so I'm just gonna walk up here, get this ether current right quick. And next time we can do the instance battle. And it'll lead into a nice cutscene chain, and depending on a lot of other factors, we might even get to do the next dungeon in the next recording. But, well, for now we're gonna have to stop, so hope you've enjoyed, and stay safe and have a good day, and like and subscribe for the algorithm, maybe? Until then.